Hello and welcome to Shabab Al Ahli's ground, the Rashid Stadium, where we're getting ready for match day 3 of the league stage of the AFC Champions League Elite for the 2025-26 season. Shabab Al Ahli of the United Arab Emirates are hosting Nasaf Kashi of Uzbekistan. Lovely conditions here in Dubai for this evening's match. And this is why it is so important. Nasaf still searching for their first point, their first victory of this season's league stage here in the West. Defeats against Al Ahli and Al Hilal. Shabab Al Ahli, though, they've made a decent start in the competition thus far, a win and a draw for them. And so if they can get another victory here this evening, well, they'll feel they're within touching distance of reaching the knockouts. Conditions here starting to ease off after the summer heat. The pitch, it got a watering about 3 hours before kickoff, and it's had another water since, when the players finished their warm-ups. So conditions just about ideal tonight for an excellent match. These two sides, well, they know each other pretty well. They played last season in the AFC Champions League 2 in the group stages. Nasaf actually beat Shabab Al Ahli in Uzbekistan at the beginning of October by 2-1. But Shabab Al Ahli got their revenge in December, 2 months later, with a 3-2 victory. Just saw there Paulo Sousa, the Shabab Al Ahli coach, in his second season here at the Rashid Stadium. He led the team to remarkable success last season. There he is. They won the Super Cup, they won the UAE Qatar Challenge Shield, they won the President's Cup, which is the main knockout competition here in the UAE, and they won the UAE Pro League. They lost in the final of the League Cup, and well, they lost to the eventual champions in the AFC Champions League 2. That was Sharjah, fellow UAE side, losing in the quarterfinals on penalties. So they've got a very impressive recent record. Can they bring that to bear this evening against Nasaf? Well, Nasaf themselves are in pretty impressive form, and they're very much at the back end of their domestic season. The season goes through the middle of the year in Uzbekistan, and Nasaf at the moment are top of the table. They're 2 points clear of Neftchi Fargona, and that's after they won the title for the first time last season in 2024, winning that by 5 points. Twice they've reached the round of 16 in the AFC Champions League before it became the AFC Champions League Elite. That was in 2022-23 and also in 2023-24. When they lost in the round of 16 in that latter season, that was to the eventual champions, Al Ahli. And goodness me, they were actually ahead in that tie. They drew 0-0 in Nasaf, and then they came to the UAE, were 1-0 up in Al Ahli, and eventually lost in added time, 2-1. They've got the pedigree then. They had a very impressive season last term. They're having a very impressive season again this term too. What can they produce this evening? Just about in readiness. The AFC flag waiting to come onto the pitch. Pitchside photographers, you could see. And interested spectator on the sidelines there. That's the Al Wasl coach, sorry, the Al Wada coach, I should say. That's Jose Moraes, and he led his side to a 3-1 victory last night against Al Gharafa. They've had a great start to the season. Al Wada, they're second in the UAE Pro League, and they're going very nicely indeed in this Western region, the league stage of the AFC Champions League Elite. They're at the top of the table alongside Al Ahli, the reigning champions. Both of those two sides, 7 points from their 3 matches. But of course, if Shabab Al Ahli can win this evening, they will join them on 7 points. Don't forget as well, Al Hilal have got to play in this round of matches too. They're playing against Al Sadd of Qatar this evening, and if they win, well, they will go to the top of the table. It'll be 3 games, 3 wins for them. That's elsewhere though. Let's focus on what we've got in front of us at the Rashid Stadium here in Dubai. Stone's throw from Dubai International Airport. Right in the heart of the city. Here comes the AFC flag, followed by the match officials and the 2 teams. Shabab Al Ahli on the right, playing in their traditional red strip. They're the Red Knights. In the blue strip, the dark blue strip with the yellow trim, that's Nasaf. So 2 sides, no strangers to each other. What can they produce this evening? Players lining up for the AFC Champions League Elite anthem. And there's handshakes, high fives and fist bumps all round before we prepare to get underway. Smiles now, will be smiling at the end of 90 minutes, I wonder. Let's have a look at the 2 lineups then, and first of all, Shabab Al Ahli. Paulo Sousa's made 4 changes from the side that won 1-0 on matchday 2 against Al Ittihad of Saudi Arabia. Income number 4, Bogdan Planic, number 9, Munas Dabur, and number 19, Matthias Sau. Munas Dabur and Matthias Sau both attackers. Also 23, Mirsad Surfi. We expect him to supplement the back line. There's no Sada Azmoun, who scored 9 goals in the AFC Champions League run to the quarterfinals last term. First time on the bench as well for Thiago Scarpino, number 70. Recent arrival from Sampdoria. Our match official this evening, well, our referee is Shen Yin Hao from China, 38 years of age, celebrates his 39th birthday next month. Refereed 1 match in the AFC Champions League 2 earlier this season between Ahal of Turkmenistan and Al Hussein of Jordan. 5 matches in AFC Champions League 2 last term, including 1 involving Shabab Al Ahli. The Nasaf side, well, they're searching for their first point of the competition. They've made 4 changes. Alexander Vorobey comes in goal. Also in is number 2, Alibek Davranov. Number 7, the Albanian midfielder, Denis Shala. And the Serbian veteran midfielder Dragan Seran. He's 38 years of age. He's the oldest player on either matchday squad. 3 of the starting lineup. Played in the October internationals for Uzbekistan against Kuwait and Uruguay. It's Davranov, Sherzod Narulizev, and number 92, Eshmuradov. Words among 2 sets of players, and very shortly we'll be underway. Modest crowd here this evening. It's a working day here in Dubai. That's an interesting sight as well. Vorobek in goal this evening. A little bit of a surprise there, replacing Abduvakid Nematov, the Uzbek international, who's on the bench. Vorobey, who's made just 1 start in the Uzbek Super League this season, and that was back in May, an unused substitute on match days 1 and 2 of this competition. So just waiting for the all clear from the sidelines. You can see at the bottom of your screen. Off we go then, and it's Shabab Al Ahli in the red strip. The Red Knights kicking from left to right on your screen, and they're the ones who get us underway. And there's an early touch there for number 88, Nemanja Maksimovic. Serbian slotting in midfield. Shabab Al Ahli, interestingly enough, they've been struggling for goals this season. They don't normally struggle in that regard. They scored 57 in the league campaign last term, but they've only got 4 in the UAE Pro League in 6 matches this season. Early touch as well for Izzat Alahi. Side Izzat Alahi, number 6, the Iranian international. Bogdan Planic, Serbian, lifts the ball forward to this near side to Kartabia, Federico Kartabia, who's now a UAE citizen. Expect to see him whipping some dangerous balls in. Throw on this near side, taken by Matias Enrique. And it's going to be the first corner of the evening. Straight away, Paulo Sousa up on the edge of his technical area, and there's his opposite number, Ruzakil Berdiev. He'll celebrate his 54th birthday tomorrow, and he's hoping for an early birthday present. The Nasaf coach, he's been in charge now for almost 13 years, an absolute club legend. Played for the club and contributed to every trophy they've won. That's punched away, first corner of the evening by Vorobey. Early confidence booster for him. Ukrainian, arrived in January from club football in Georgia. This is the first time he's actually featured on the pitch in a UEFA or an AFC competition. 30 years of age. Second corner then for Shabab Al Ahli. It's going to be Kartabia with his left foot, an outswinger. Again, good strong fists by Vorobey. Corner conceded to early pressure here by Shabab Al Ahli. A host of big men up around the penalty area. Planic, Renan da Silva there, prominent. For the near post corner, and it'll be another corner. Consternation there on the Nasaf defence. Jonas de Boer was there. Referee deciding it came off a Nasaf player last of all. So yet another corner for Shabab Al Ahli. They're racking them up in these early stages. Headed away, that's a good header away by Cheran, Dragan Cheran. Serb, he rejoined the club in January 2025. This is his 9th AFC Champions League campaign and his 3rd with Nasaf. He's also had 6th with Paktakor. 10 goals in all competitions last season. Sorry, this season, I should say. Okay. Be interesting to see actually how they set up. At the moment it looks as though Schala is the furthest player forward, and there he is chasing. Don't actually have a recognised striker in the side. Good to pack the midfield tonight, have Nasaf be compact. Again we can see Schala, the Albanian, Dennis Schala. He's the man doing the chasing along that Shabab Al Ahli back line. So, Sefi started on match day 1 and was substituted. There by Izzat Alahi, the Iranian. In the winter window of 23-24 season in Denmark. Played in the AFC Champions League for Al Gharafa in 2022. Maximovic with the crossfield ball, not a particularly effective one, picked up by Nazaralev. Gavranov. of, number 2. 22-goal ban. This period of concerted pressure, or possession I should say, for Nasaf. Headed away by retakes. Cheap free kick given away there. Guilty goal ban. Shove there on Mathiasau. Mentioned that Shabab Al Ahli struggling for goals. Sada Azmoun just made 3 substitute appearances this season. The Iranian striker, 9 goals in this competition, or sorry, in the AFC Champions League 2 competition last term. Fascinating comparison between these two sides because they're both the reigning league champions in their respective countries. Of course, they're at very different stages of their own domestic seasons. Uzbekistan's season runs until November. And there's a long break until it gets underway again in March. Chance for the visitors to look to come forward for perhaps the first time this evening. By number 14 in the middle of the pitch, that's Mukitdinov with the beard. Goal ban, nice skill from him. Pressure from Mathiasau. Good pressing though by Shabab Al Ahli. Gamediev was under pressure there, the 28. He's playing right back this evening. Bala gets the cross in, and it's into the roof of the net, and it's Kartabia. Goals have been a problem for Shabab Al Ahli this season. They've rectified that issue very early on tonight. Guillaume Bala the provider and Kartabia the scorer. Bala so quick down the left-hand side. Burst away. Ball was behind Mathiasau, but it was in front of Kartabia. He gobbles up those sorts of opportunities for breakfast, lunch, dinner and supper as well. Simple tap in with the inside of his favoured right foot. No chance at all for the goalkeeper from that sort of range. Kartabia a happy man. Shabab Al Ahli hit the front. Joy for Paulo Sousa, and the opposite emotion for Rizikul Berdiev. Frustration for him. His side had a couple of days build-up here. Whatever the plan was beforehand, that's all gone out of the window now. How can they respond? Cheran. Ball out to his near side. Mukitdinov. Good cross. Ball's still alive. Oh, it's drilled in beautifully. Oh, what a strike that is. A superb response by Nasaf. Wonderful hit with his right foot. I think that's Gamediev. Beautiful first-time drive right across the face of goal and into the corner. In fact, it's Abdi Rakhmatov who struck that so sweetly. Have a look at this. What a hit that is. Clean as a whistle. Right across Hamad Al Makbali, and basically the first time the goalkeeper's going to touch the ball is to pick it out of the net. Couldn't have placed it any better, could he? What a start to this match. Struck so sweetly, and exactly the response that Berdiev wanted from his players. What a firecracker of a start to this match. Shabab Al Ahli, all the messages coming out of their camp before the start of the match were that they knew they were in a game. They've got the experience of playing against Nasaf and losing to them last term. They didn't lose many games at all last season. In fact, they went more than 5 months without a defeat at one stage. That was the perfect response, though, from the visitors. This match shape up now, I wonder. There's good skill from Bala again on the left-hand side. He's tormenting the Nasaf defence. He's still going. Gets the ball across, and in the end, into the grateful hands of Vorobey. Second fantastic run by Bala. Didn't he do well to keep that in play? Rakhmatov thought it had gone out. It hadn't. And it was oh so close there. Getting on the end of that ball into the box. Viktinov taking a tumble. Shala does well to hold that ball up. Relev can't retain possession. Throwing on this near side, our commentary position side here at the Rashid Stadium. Enrique just experiencing a little bit of discomfort there, the referee checking on him. Silva, that's not the sort of ball that's going to do any good for Shala this evening. Diminutive front man for Nasaf. Keep the ball on the carpet for him. It's an uneven tussle of the balls in the air between him, Renan de Silva and Bogdan Planic. Nice skill there by Maximovic. Tabia, the goal scorer. Back to Enrique. Sheran pushes the ball forward towards Shala. Can he use his pace against Planic? Holds the ball up really well. In the end, that's good defensive work by Sefi to cut out the danger. Breakneck pace to this match early on. Maximovic spreads the play out to the far side. Sefi. Bala. Sefi again. Bala's continued his run. He's denied on this occasion. De Boer. Gives it to Lahi. Enrique. Tabia wearing the captain's armband this evening. Beautiful ball in by Matthias Enrique, but no one got on the end of it. There's still some danger around until Nasaf get the ball clear. It'll come back with interest. So Berdiev down below our commentary position, not happy with the way that possession was squandered there. And he'll be even less happy with that free kick being conceded in that position. Golban's challenge. Just catching Matiasau. Tough one for Golban. The ball was there. In the end, Matiasau just got his foot up ahead of him. So Golban ended up playing the man rather than the ball. So this free kick is in absolutely prime territory. Central position, just outside the D. The wall is going to have to be absolutely set perfectly by Vorobey for this one. The ideal distance to get the ball over the wall and under the crossbar. You can see a whole host of players fancy this. Khartabi is there. There's a Talahi. Bala as well. Line of players just inside the 18-yard box. This is going to have to be defended very well. Draft excluders gone down. That's Shala, the rear of the wall. He's been positioned by the goalkeeper. There's a Talahi with the shot. He's taking the deflection off that wall, which does its job. Even have been the draft excluder that did the job there. Let's have a look from this angle. No, in fact, it's the foot of Mukhiddinov. Easily deflected in there, thankfully from a Nasaf perspective. It went behind. Shabab Al Ahli, 5 corners already. Khartabi again, headed away by Cheran. Bala with the shot, struck it sweetly but was leaning back, and it was always climbing, that hit. Slicing off the outside of his right foot. The Nasaf fans, you can hear chanting at the moment. They're pretty pleased with the start that their team have made, getting on the score sheet. Really lovely strike it was too by Abdi Rakhmatov. Taken the centre of the pitch by Bakramov, but he's given away possession. Poor through ball looking for Bala by Ezzat Alahi, but Bala's still there. Great tenacity from him, and he's won a corner. Voted the best young player here in the UAE for last season. He's illustrated why in these early stages, hasn't he? He was teasing the Nasaf defence down that left-hand side. A UAE citizen, originally from Brazil. It's another corner for Shabab Al Ahli. Not a particularly well executed one, but they'll get another opportunity. Given the number of corners that Shabab Al Ahli have had, they haven't really tested Vorobey a great deal in the Nasaf goal with these dead ball situations. Can Khartabi make a difference now? Again, looking for the outswinger with his left foot. Hoists it in, and it's headed wide by Planic. Going for the near post delivery, went for the deeper ball there. Planic got his head to it, was unchallenged, but couldn't get it on target. Slip from Vorobey as he takes that goal kick. And there by Ezzat Alahi. Nasaf, every reason to be confident here. They've been in excellent form this season in the Uzbek Super League, as well as being defending champions. Losing just once in 25 matches. Zralev just to get the ball in the box there. Planic cuts it out. Gitanov gets a touch, and it's a foul by the goal scorer, Rakhmatov, and I think he's going to get a card. Yes, he is. Rakhmatov, who was in the 2024 Olympic squad in Paris. Challenge straight through the back of Bala. That's why the card came his way. Still just 22 years of age. Top. Mr. Bird is a poor ball for him. Flag's gone up anyway. Probably knew he was in an offside position. Let's have a look here. He was just beyond the last defender, but then so was Matthias as well, even though he wasn't interfering with play. Silva. It's Nasaf's form this season, defeating 25 matches in the Uzbek Super League. It was in round 18 against their nearest challengers, Lefty Fargona. Since then, played 7, won 6, drawn 1. It's pretty impressive. That's the reason they're still just ahead of Fargona. 2 points. 5 rounds of matches to go in the competition. Can they go back to back? Won the Uzbek Super League for the very first time last season. Usually were runners up on 3 occasions. And again, good pressing there by Matthias. Blocking on an attempted clearance by Vorobey. By Kartabia, so well there. De Boer, it's the ball to Bala. Plenty of space for Ezzat Alahi in the centre circle. Matthias had bent his run. I think he'd stayed onside there, but good awareness by Vorobey to be off his line quickly. Mentioned Nasaf's form. Uzbek Super League. We'll come back to that in a moment, because Berdiev absolutely furious on the sidelines. He was having a drink of water and he just threw the bottle to the ground. Happy with something he saw there. Shabab Al Ahli, 5 points behind UAE Pro League leaders Alain. It's after 6 rounds of the 26-round competition, the UAE Pro League. Just still time to make up that deficit. The referee not happy with the amount of time Matthias Enrique was taking to take that throw, and just on the quiet, he was sneaking up the touchline as well. Just out of play to the far side. Sefi couldn't keep that in the field of play, despite his best efforts. Given away carelessly by Golban. Matthias with his back to goal. Maximovic. Tarbi, the goal scorer, Enrique. And Tarbi just caught there, and that'll be another card. This time the card shown to Nazaralev. Shehzad Nazaralev, played in the Asia Cup in 2024 for Uzbekistan in Qatar. 27-year-old defender, one of 5 players in this Nasaf squad, matchday squad, who were part of the October internationals. Uzbekistan played against Kuwait and Uruguay. Uzbekistan have qualified for the FIFA World Cup finals for the first time. It will take place next year in the USA, Canada and Mexico. Tabia ready with the free kick. Bala on the decoy run there. Little flick header, it's in, yes, at the near post. Well, I think the goalkeeper will feel he should have done better there. Reynanda Silva, the scorer. The ball just seemed to skip off the turf a little bit. And in the end, I think Vorobei was done for pace. Well, goals have been a problem for Shabab Al Ahli this season, and they've got 2 already. That was the foul that led to the free kick. There's the header, and the goalkeeper appeared to have it covered quite perfectly, but it skipped off the turf. Header from that sort of distance shouldn't be really beating Vorobei, but it did, and Shabab Al Ahli has retaken the lead. Goalkeeper got a hand to it, but couldn't keep it out. Frustration for Nasaf. And that was that reaction a little earlier from Berdiev. He could probably reprise that reaction after the mistake by Vorobei in goal there. Well, what a disappointment for the visitors, having worked so hard to get back on level terms, equalising almost instantaneously after Khartabi's initial strike. They've gone behind again. What can their response be this time, I wonder? Dinov. Back to his keeper goes Davronov. He gets a poor ball in return, and Khartabi can take advantage. Races into the area, looks up, and somehow it's cleared off the line. I think that was Rukamadiev who was back there on defensive duty. It looked for all the world as though that was going to be a 3rd goal after that poor ball out from Vorobei. All of a sudden, Nasaf are rocking. Tabia is questioning why the long ball was played there with some of the Shabab Al Ahli players still in an offside position, but he'll be wondering too how on earth his side haven't scored a 3rd goal there. Meanwhile, at the other end, here's Cheran. So threatening again, ball inside by Adi Rakhmatov. In the end, though, Matthias Enrique equal to that pass from Dinov. Can go on a little run now. And the Brazilian-born defender finding Bala. And Mr. Burr operating in quite a deep role there. Matthias Sau is the furthest player forward. Approaching the half-hour mark. Good shielding of the ball there, provoking that challenge from Davronov. Let's have another look at it here now. He was expecting the challenge, wasn't he? Matthias Enrique just got himself between the defender and the ball. And the free kick now is in almost exactly the same position. is the one which yielded the goal a couple of minutes ago. Shabab Al Ahli fans here at the Rashid Stadium, they've come to life with their side back in front. What can Cartabia produce now? He's got Matthias Enrique outside him. Bala again with the dummy run. Ball whipped in once more. And I think will be a corner, yes indeed. Davronov it was with the defensive header. Left foot delivery from this right-hand side of the pitch, really dangerous. The ball swinging in. Very difficult to defend. That was now the 8th corner for Shabab Al Ahli. Food for thought for Berdiev on the sidelines. Ball to the near post, and that's Cheran who's got the final touch on it, so yet another corner conceded. Cheran, who's played all over the world. Serbia, Israel, Azerbaijan, Saudi Arabia, North Macedonia, now in Uzbekistan. Deep corner, but to no one in particular. Made the most of those corner kicks this evening. Cartabia has taken, I think, every single one. Apart from a header, which Planic had, which was wide of the target. It's difficult to recall too many occasions when a corner has produced an effort on goal. Long clearance from Vorobey. Not a particularly effective one either. We're going to have a cooling break now, a little bit later than normal in this part of the world. Just around the half-hour mark at a natural break. Players have the opportunity to take on some refreshment, maybe a word or two from the coaches as well. An entertaining first half hour or so it's been here at the Rashid Stadium. 3 goals, a couple of cards as well. And Shabab Al Ahli, the home team, with 4 points from their first 2 matches in the competition. Leading again. Here's the first goal of the evening. Easy as you like for Cartabia after great work down the left-hand side by Guillaume Bala. But within a minute, Nasaf were level. Abdi Rakhmatov with the cleanest of strikes with his right foot. And then on 25 minutes, Shabab Al Ahli retook the lead. Renan de Silva's header, completely misjudged by Vorobey in the Nasaf goal. He's not just drinking the water, but also using it to cool down. It is still warm here in the UAE, although thankfully temperatures are dropping. Maybe he's coming towards the nicest part of a 12-month period here in this country, between October and about April. Very, very livable place. Once you get out of those months, it can be quite hot. There's an ambitious throw out, just about kept in play, and another view there of the Al-Wada coach as the screams from the Shabab Al Ahli supporters as to whether Vorobey had taken that ball out of the area. We'll have another look at it now. Still got away with that, I think. As we saw in the race. In the crowd, interested spectator. He's interested because Al-Wada are going to be playing Nasaf next, 3rd of November. That's their next assignment, the AFC Champions League Elite. by Mukhdinov. Hamadiev goes long. Too long as it turns out. Easy enough for Hamid Al-Makbali. Who's at fault against Tractor on match day 1. 1-1 draw for Shabab Al Ahli here. He's beaten from distance. Tractor's goal. His positioning a little bit wrong. Kept a clean sheet on match day 2. Saudi Arabia against Al Ittihad. Inside is Zraev. The captain's armband this evening is Eshmuradov. Marbek Eshmuradov. Sharan. Crunching challenge on Nabi Rakhmatov. Just a throw in for Nasaf. Bala there, who's done so much work offensively, winning the ball cleanly. Defensive role on that occasion. Provides cross from Nabi Rakhmatov. Panic gets the ball clear. Avanov wants to go back to his goalkeeper. Coming deep to receive there, continuing his run, wanting the ball back, and getting it on that occasion. Good pressing. Bakramov, 24, Sadbek Bakramov. 90 minutes in both match day 1 and match day 2 this year's competition. A yellow card against Al Ahli on match day 1. Bala goes for goal, just over the angle of post and crossbar. Have an opportunity. Player outside him there, chose not to use it. Surfy, who had made the overlapping run, had only views for a goal. Pushing the back by Cheran on Shabab Al Ahli. Cheran not too happy with the long ball out of defence there by the goalkeeper. Sign of tension and uncertainty between goalkeeper and his back line this evening. Borobey, as we've mentioned at the outset of this evening's broadcast, a regular in goal for Nasaf. He's won the Super League start this season, that was back in May. Selected tonight in place of the Uzbek international, Rakid Nematov. Nematov's error, actually, in the round of 16 against Lane seasons ago. Gave Lane a last gasp victory in the round of 16 second leg. To punch a ball rather than catch it. Pushed it straight to Sufyan Rahimi, international. Drilled it home with his right foot. Showing he's quite capable with his left foot there. Simovic, Surfy. Just under 5 minutes of normal time remaining then in the first half. Entertaining first period it's been. forward for Mathiasau. He's done well. He's done very well indeed. Oh, what a fantastic goal. Using his pace and then a little bit of finesse to lift the ball over the goalkeeper. There was strength there too to hold off the defender. It was the perfect poacher's goal from a striker. And now Shabab Al Ahli have breathing space. Their fans are ecstatic. Mathiasau is on the score sheet. Have a look at this. Times his run perfectly. Holds off the defender. It was Bakramov. In the end, it was Hamadiev who'd come across to try and make the challenge. He wasn't up to it physically. Mathiasau was, and what a lovely touch over the advancing goalkeeper Vorobey. Shabab Al Ahli now, 2 goals to the good. There's the response from the sidelines, and there's the response from the terraces. Oh yes. Terrific striker's goal, that one though. 13 goals in all competitions for Mathiasau last term. Now he's off the mark in the 2025-2026 season. There's blood in the water from a Shabab Al Ahli perspective. They're looking for a 4th before half-time. Cross comes over, Bala. Not quite able to get his shot away. The danger's still there, and that will go out for a corner. It was Maximovic, I think, in the end with a shot which was deflected off some desperate defending. This eventually came off the skipper. Ishmuradov deflecting it behind for that corner. Yet another corner for Shabab Al Ahli. Goodness me, he must be into double figures now, or certainly close to it. In the end, the referee spots an infringement. It was Golban who was pushed over in the end. Yes, Talahi deemed to have given him a shove in the back. Here's the possession statistics. Not much to choose between the two teams. Shabab Al Ahli have certainly been ruthless. It's quite interesting, actually, because before the match, that was something that Paulo Sousa spoke about specifically. I've mentioned already the fact that they haven't been very prolific in front of goal this season. One of the points he was emphasising was that he wanted his team to be very efficient from that perspective. They have been tonight. It's a slip by Talahi. Good recovery from him, but he still gives the ball away to Cheran. Shot from distance from Mukhitdinov. It's wide of the target. There's a player down for Shabab Al Ahli. There's Talahi it was, who slipped. It was his initial slip. And then he stretched out, and that's why he's down. Bakramov caught him. A reminder that if Shabab Al Ahli win this evening, they'll go to 7 points. And 7 points was actually enough to secure a spot in the knockout stages last season. After the league stage. Down goes Mathiasau. He's the one penalised. In the end, I think the flag had gone up for an offside. It was touch and go, certainly. Meanwhile, the 4th official Mongkol Chai. Peshri from Thailand. He's just conceded. We've got a minimum of 4 minutes of additional time to play at the end of this first half. Gorban gets that clearance wrong. In fact, it was Davronov. Not the most distinguished 30 seconds of football there, but De Boer manages to bring it under control. He's dispossessed. Fernando Silva, the scorer of the second goal, finds Bala. He's been a constant thorn in Nasaf's sides this evening. Matias Enrique has been allowed to go. It's his crossover, which is cleared. One ball forward, which Planic can try and deal with. At the pace of Shala, manages to gain possession from Nasaf. Really good challenge in the end by Surfi. In fact, it's 3 minutes minimum to be played at the end of this first half. Confirmation there in the top left-hand corner of your screen. Sheran. The opportunity had opened up for a shot there. It was an offside. The flag had gone up against Bakramov. So just strayed beyond the defensive line. Already reached that third minute with the minimum of 3 to be played. Fernando Silva. There's a Talahi. Maybe just to keep the ball here, Shabab Al Ahli, seeing out time. The end of this first half. Indeed, that is the last action. This first period on match day 3 of the AFC Champions League Elite at the Rashid Stadium in Dubai. It's the home team, Shabab Al Ahli, who are very much in control of affairs. Kartabia giving them the advantage after 8 minutes, following great work down the left-hand side by Guillaume Bala. Nasaf were back in just a minute or so. A wonderful, clean, right-footed hit first time by Abdi Rakhmatov. But Shabab Al Ahli regained the advantage through Renan de Silva in 25 minutes with a header which really should have been saved by Borabay. Third goal for the hosts, 4 minutes from the end of normal time, with Matthias Sau. Wonderful bending run, holding off the defender, and a delicate touch to lift the ball over the advancing goalkeeper. So Shabab Al Ahli very much in control of affairs and looking as though they're heading towards a second win in 3 matches in this season's competition. Half-time here then, and it's Shabab Al Ahli 3, Nasaf 1. Hello and welcome back to the Rashid Stadium, where we're getting ready for the second half on matchday 3 of the AFC Champions League Elite. Shabab Al Ahli hosting Nasaf, the UAE side hosting the team from Uzbekistan, and it looks as though we're going to have a change for Nasaf at the start of this second half. Oybek Bozarov is preparing to come on. Just waiting to find out who he's going to be replacing. It's actually going to be Mukhitdinov, Sharaf Mukhitdinov, who's going to come off. And looks as though there's going to be another change as well, with Kamadiev making way, and Cholovic is going to replace him, Stefan Cholovic. So it's an offensive player, Cholovic, coming on there. And Bozarov on to shore up the midfield. So off we go at the start of this second half. Two changes for Nasaf then. Bozarov and Cholovic coming on. And is that going to change their fortunes in the second 45 minutes or so? Shabab Al Ahli clinical in that first half. Goals from Kartabia, Renan da Silva and Matthias Sau. Confirmation in the top left-hand corner of your screen about the changes. Kartabia. He contemplated a long-range shot there before deciding against it. Graphic you saw actually in the top left-hand corner had Golban as one of the players who's come off. I can assure you he is still on the pitch. Confirmation just coming up there on your screen. Matthias Sau doing well. In the end he's crowded out, the referee right on the spot. This is no foul. Bala, Munas de Boer off the post. Still keeps the ball alive. Bala lays the ball back and it's somehow defended. Maximovic trying to slide the ball in with the inside of his right foot. Pressure right at the start of this second half. Really good hit that from Munas de Boer. They needed well to keep it alive. Bala set it up with a good block on that shot from Maximovic. Munas de Boer just one goal this season for him. So close to a second on that occasion. Renan da Silva does well and goes down under challenge. In the end, the free kick goes Nasaf's way. It was Cholovic who made the challenge there. And well, the more you look at that replay, the more you think there's a case to be had for that being a penalty. Reminder, we've got VAR here. Sivakorn Pudong of Thailand is our VAR official. Medical staff being called on to deal with Renan da Silva. It would not surprise me at all if our VAR official just suggests to Shen Yin Hao, he comes across and has a look at the monitor there. Being communicated with off the pitch. You can see he's talking to the VAR officials. There's Talahi being quite clear on his opinion of what he saw. Yes, indeed, there is a referral to the monitor, and that's no surprise at all on the evidence of what we've seen thus far. I wonder when referee Shen sees the replays, he'll come to a similar conclusion. Here's the contact. There was no contact on the ball at all. Clumsy challenge from Cholovic from behind, and it would not surprise me in the least if the referee opts to give a penalty here. Not sure what Cholovic was trying to do there, really. He wasn't going to win the ball from that situation. It was a needless challenge inside his own penalty area, and he could pay the ultimate price here, as could his side. Referee Shen taking his time, looking at multiple angles. Cholovic, who's just come onto the pitch, the half-time substitute, gets away with this. I think he'll be a very fortunate player. Played 4 games for Nasaf in last season's AFC Champions League 2. Experienced player as well. 64 minutes on matchday 1 against Al Ahli. Came on as a substitute for the injured Bozarov in matchday 2. Here comes our referee now. And he decides it isn't a penalty. Well, it's a bold decision, I have to say, on the evidence of what we've seen. Normally when the referee comes over, he's referred to the monitor by the VAR official. You can put your house on the fact that it's going to be a spot kick, but not on that occasion. Cholovic, I can't help thinking, is a very fortunate player there to get away with that challenge. It was clumsy, it was needless. Thankfully for him and for Nasaf, no long-term problems. Restart for Nasaf to this near side, to the goal scorer, Rakhmatov. There's Golban on the ball, number 22, very much still on the pitch. Bala, again looking to get himself down this left-hand side, as he did in the first half to such telling effect, setting up the first goal for Cartabia. Enrique. Here is Cartabia. Then Planic, Leland de Silva, scorer of the second goal. Oh, I can't keep that one in play. 8 goals last season, 28 starts in all competitions. I wonder what Berdiev had to say to his players in the dressing room at half-time. Frustrated, I'm sure, conceding that third goal just on the cusp of the interval. Offer in the second half. 2 changes made already, of course, by the coach. Matiasau bursts into space, takes that nicely on the chest. To inside for Munas de Boer, couldn't find him. Captain Shmuradov. Let's ball back to that far side to one of the substitutes, Bozarov. Bozarov as well there on 2 occasions. Ball game now. Side to Cheran. Cholovic. Run by Rakhmatov. Couldn't get the ball across though. Neat football by Nasaf. Nasaf back in 2011 became the first side from Uzbekistan to win an AFC trophy. They lifted the AFC Cup. Runners up in that competition in 2021 as well, when they lost to Bahrain's Muharrak in the final, 3-0. Out to that far side. Chance to run for Zulayev. Given here handball, I think. Bozorov, the man penalised. There's a nose on your face, that one. Shabab Al Ahli will be conscious of the fact that even if they secure a victory this evening, they need to keep winning, because they've got a very tough conclusion to the league stage. Back-to-back matches against Al Hilal and Al Ahli, defending champions. The next match is the first of 3 in a row against sides from Qatar. Al Duhail away, and home to Al Gharafa, who lost last night here in the UAE to Al Wada by 3-1, and then away to Al Saad. By contrast, Nasaf, of course, without a point so far. Reflect on the fact that they've certainly done some hard yards in playing Al Ahli and Al Hilal in their first 2 matches. Next up, Al Wada. That's at home in Kashi on the 3rd of November. And home again to Tractor, who won 5-0 last night against Sharjah. Bozorov with the challenge. Attracting the attention of the referee. Matias Enrique down. So Wada and Tractor the next 2 fixtures for Nasaf. And then Al Ittihad of Saudi Arabia, Al Shorta of Iraq, and Sharjah of the United Arab Emirates, their last match in the league stage. Reminder that 12 teams in the league stage, 8 can go forward to the round of 16. There's going to be some more changes coming for the visitors. Cheyev, number 18, and Sidikov, number 9, waiting to come on. So Berdiev not standing on ceremony. His side are on defensive duty at the moment. Thunderous shot from Matiasau, beaten away by Vorobay. It's the modern way with goalkeepers, referring to the ball out of danger rather than try to catch it. It's dropping it and spilling it into that danger zone. Manage. Poor ball there, straight to Bozorov, who's got pace to burn down the left-hand side. Gets the ball inside to Bakramov, gets it back. Has to set himself up for a shot. Cholovic. Impetus of the attack has gone now for Nasaf. And Cholovic gains some momentum. Ball was given away in the end by Abdi Rakhmatov. Wasted opportunity there for Nasaf. Shala with his back to goal. It's a precious little service this evening for little number 7. He's on the ball now. Ozerov does well, tries to get the crossover, blocked by Bogdan Planic. Good period of possession this for Nasaf, but they need more. Sheran. Krumov. Jolovic. Two substitutes at the bottom of your screen there, waiting to come on. Rakhmatov spreads the play out to the far side. There's Raleev with the cross. Scraps picked up by Eshmuradov. Defence against attack at the moment, but Shabab Al Ahli holding firm. Concerted period of possession. That's the first in the match for Nasaf, as we just go past the hour mark. Rakhmatov, good ball inside to his captain Eshmuradov. Jolovic, space there in time, just checked back, and he's given the ball away. It's a waste, really is, by visitors. Long period on the sidelines for the two substitutes. Hussein Nurchev, 17 goals in all competitions last term. It's a foul, and that'll be the opportunity for the changes to take place. So coming off is number 22, Golban. Nurchev replacing him, so a defender being replaced by a forward. And also off is Shala. It was a very frustrating evening. Hasn't seen an awful lot of the ball at the top end of the pitch. So Sidikov, number 9, on. Ex-EU Uzbekistan international. That included the 2019 Asian Cup here in the UAE. Lost to Australia, did Uzbekistan in the round of 16 in that competition. Was actually an unused substitute in the latest round of the Uzbek Super League, Sidikov. Made 12 appearances in that competition this term. Scored against Al Hilal on match day 2, and then was substituted injured. Good to see him back. Here's Bala. Gets his ball wrong there to Munis de Boer. He's good enough to come back and regain possession. It's a brief highlight for him. It's a foul. Allows possession to turn over once again. So 4 substitutions made already by the visiting team. Understandably so, Berdiev wanting to try and make things happen here with his side 2 goals down. A shot from distance. Hit it was too by Akramov. He was fouled a little bit earlier in his own half. Always off target though. Mr. Burr operating in a deeper role this evening. Used to seeing him. Happy to do some spade work and Matthias out to take the plaudits and the goals, in fact, when he scored the third this evening. Katabia was buzzing around like a little wasp. Bala taking the ball in towards Matthias, but it was always curling away from the striker. Frustration on the sidelines for Paulo Sousa, who wasn't happy with that delivery at all. Maximovic wins back possession. Again, not able to make the most of that. This time it was Munas de Boer with the errant pass. He gets out that ball from defence. Manic. Surfy. Still no changes for Shabab Al Ahli at this stage. Shabab Al Ahli's next game is actually in 4 days' time, away to Al-Batai. It's in the round of 16 of the President's Cup. It's the main knockout competition here in the UAE. Shalovic lays the ball back. Cheran is there. Pushed forward by Sidikov. Chance now for home team to break. Being hemmed in for a little while. Maybe sit back and soak up some pressure. Matthias only a deep roll there. Now to be most forward of the Shabab Al Ahli players. Maximovic does well to retain possession and a challenge. Good work from Ishmuradov to cut out the danger. He's back again, back to his goalkeeper. Goal scorer, Rakhmatov. Bala picks up the scratch, shoots straight at Vorobey. While a host of players have been called back to the bench, Shabab Al Ahli coaching staff, so it looks as though we are going to have some changes for the hosts very shortly. Sidikov, Jolovic, Rakhmatov. Player down though inside the Nasaf half, and it's a player for Shabab Al Ahli. It might actually be Matthias Sow. Indeed it is. That'll allow him to receive some treatment. It'll also allow preparations for some changes for the home team. Cooling break, in fact, has been called a little bit earlier than usual. Matthias up on his feet again. Scorer of the third goal for the home team. And the match has just ground to a halt. No goals in the second half so far. That's following on from 4 in the first period. Kartabia, Renan da Silva and Matthias for Shabab Al Ahli. And Abdi Rakhmatov for Nasaf. What's the problem? Is it a left hamstring there for Matthias, I wonder? Just saw him clutching the back of his left leg. Let's have a look at the goals that have been scored thus far. Kartabia opening the scoring on 8 minutes. Lovely finish from him after great work from Bala. Nasaf went down the other end and equalised straight away. Abdi Rakhmatov. Clean strike, beautiful hit with his right foot. And on 25 minutes, Shabab Al Ahli regained the lead. Renan da Silva's header and an error in goal from Vorobay. That was 2-1. 4 minutes from the end of normal time at the end of the first half. It became 3-1. Lovely cute finish from Matthias. Just lifting the ball over the advancing Vorobay. Trickle into the net. 3 changes, in fact, there are going to be for the home team. First of them sees Matthias Enrique give way to Cohen Santos. Coming off is Mursad Surfi to be replaced by Igor Gomez. So 2 defenders replacing the defenders on the pitch. Finally, Matthias Sauer's racist run. He's been replaced by the midfielder Breno Cascado. Cascado celebrated his 21st birthday late last month. There's Cohen Santos, 21-year-old Brazilian, who's now actually a UAE citizen in his 3rd season with Shabab Al Ahli. Second appearance off the bench this season, the other one coming in match day 1 of the AFC Champions League Elite. Number 25, Igor Gomez, the young man to have come onto the pitch. And a yellow card being shown there for a Nasaf player for that challenge. Sidikov, one of the substitutes, the man for whom the card was brandished. It looks worse in slow motion, but he was certainly late there. Oh, actually checking whether he was dangerously late. Sivakorn Pudom, the VAR official, is having a look at this, and it's very quickly coming to the conclusion that the yellow card was sufficient. Challenge there on Breno Cascado. Cascado, who was in 49 out of 51 matchday squads last season. Recently signed a new 5-year contract. They've got a whole heap of faith in him, the young midfielder. There he is in the centre of the action again. This time getting a shove in the back. He's certainly getting an interesting introduction to proceedings this evening. Just over 15 minutes remaining then. Is there a way back into this match for Nasaf? All their possession in this second half, it's difficult to recall them really testing Ahmed Al Makbali in the Shabab Al Ahli goal. Looked a little bit toothless in that regard, if truth be told. And the changes that Erdi Evers made ignite their attacking spark. Zezé Talahi for Shabab Al Ahli. Igor Gomez, who's slotted in at left back. Planic, who's very highly regarded by Paulo Sousa. Shabab Al Ahli coach. Sirkov takes a tumble. Trying to get the ball away from Ezat Al Ahli. Now a chance for Kuan Santos to run. Katabia gets it across and it manages to avoid all the red shirts streaming into the penalty area. Kuan Santos again finds Ezat Al Ahli. Katabia retains possession. Bala. It's a confined area there. Shabab Al Ahli took the ball. Manic moves into space. Simovic finds Katabia. Munas de Boer. Gomez. I wondering if Munas de Boer would adopt a slightly further forward position now that Matthias Sau has left the pitch. Doesn't look like it at the moment. It's almost a case from Shabab Al Ahli of what we have, we hold. Nice cute play from the home team. Cascado. Katabia. Can they produce an end product here, Shabab Al Ahli? No, they can't. It's a sloppy ball from Ezat Al Ahli. Fancy football coming to nothing. Israel on that far side. Dispossessed. Fairly in the opinion of the referee. Holding a very high line here. Nasaf, but dropping deeper now. Gomez, who's seen a lot of the ball since he's come onto the pitch on this left-hand side. And De Silva losing possession. Cholovic. Well, it's a ball to absolutely no one in a dark blue shirt. And I think Berdiev's reaction sums it up. Frustration for him. It's been that sort of evening so far, I'm afraid, for Nasaf. Cholovic penalised for that challenge. Gomez was looking to hook the ball clear. Got himself between the ball and the attacker. In the end, that replay suggests Cholovic got there first. It was actually Gomez who might have kicked Cholovic. Anyway, the free kick goes the way of the Red Knights. Just about 12.5 minutes of normal time remaining. Free kick this time against Abdi Rakhmatov. He was part of the 2023 Under-20 Asian Cup that Uzbekistan won, and 1-0 in the final against Iraq. Cascado does well to lay the ball back to Bala. Quick interchange of passes. Gets the ball out to that far side. Maximovic. Gomez once more. Bala. Gomez makes a run forward. Checks back. He's double teamed there by the Nasaf defence. Bala bursting into space. In the end, that's a really good tackle by Ashmuradov. It had to be two on the edge of the area, had to be perfectly timed, and it was. Bala stayed down. It looks as though there's some cramp for Abdirahmatov too, although he's back up on his feet now. Kartabia into the area. Shot from Kuan Santos. Just over the bar. Closest we've come to a goal for quite some time. Final change now for the visiting team. And it's Abdirahmatov, who we saw a little earlier, as you watch that replay, struggling with cramp. Well, he's going to be given an opportunity to come off and get that treated. The player who's come on in his place is Djurbek Abdunazarov. Unused substitute actually in the first 2 match days. This is actually his first appearance on the pitch for Nasaf. Been an unused substitute in 4 matches in the Uzbek Super League this season. The 20-year-old, primarily a defender, number 55. So something of a prestigious debut for him. You can see him just moving to the bottom of your screen here, just as though he's slotted in at right back. So a really significant occasion for him. He's hoping his teammates can crown it with something equally significant. He's hearing forward now. He's just behind Cholovic. Cholovic tries to get the cross over. It's blocked by Gomez, and that will be a corner for Nasaf. Been about as rare as hen's teeth for Nasaf this evening. As that statistic proves, this is their first of the evening in the 81st minute. Majority of Shabab Al Ahli's corners arriving in the first half. Another corner to come after Planic concedes that one, jumping with Sheran. In fact, in the end, change of heart by the match officials, and they decide it's a goal kick. So Sheran must have got the last touch. It's interesting that, because all the players seem to be settled for another corner. They all seem to be lining up again, and then that change of heart came. Here's Bala bursting forward, getting away from the substitute, Abdunazarov. Lovely cross as well, but in the end, lack of power on the header. And a Cascada it was, trying to get some power on that header and not able to do so. Unusual position to him to find himself as the most forward player for Shabab Al Ahli. Usually got attacking resources to die for. As we mentioned earlier, they scored a lot of goals last season in the UAE Pro League, 57. No side scored more. They've been a little bit more troubled in front of goal this term. I wonder if this 3-goal salvo this evening will just kick-start their momentum in that regard for the rest of the season. Better play by Vorobey, under pressure from Izzat Alahi. Tough introduction to the AFC Champions League Elite this evening for Alexander Vorobey. 3 goals conceded, at least one of them his fault. The second goal, the header from Reynan de Silva. He really should have done better there. Bala trying to make space for a shot, not able to get one away. Bozarov trying to get forward, finds Cholovic. He's got the willing runner Abdunazarov outside him, eventually decides to play him in. Sheran switches play to the far side. Loose ball is picked up by Sidikov. Final change of the evening then is coming for the home team, with AFC Al Ahli making way. And Damien Garcia is going to come on. Young Uruguayan, 22 years of age. Hard-working evening for AFC Al Ahli. In fact, it's only the fourth change. I thought it was the fifth and final, but it's the fourth change for Shabab Al Ahli. Remember, they made those 3 substitutions in a row a little earlier. Hard work for AFC Al Ahli this evening. A good shift from him. It's Damien Garcia. Arrived from Penarol in February this year. He made his debut in the round of 16 in the AFC Champions League 2. This is actually his first appearance this season on the pitch for the first team. Again, it's Cascado who's the furthest player forward. Sheran. Mr. Burr thought he was in business there for a while. Clearance from Vorobey. There's Ruliev forward. And Cholovic gets the cross over. He's unable to find Milcheyev. Another opportunity perhaps for a cross. Headed away by Gomez. If Nasaf could strike now, it really would set up a grandstand finish. As we've mentioned already in this second half, haven't really tested Mohamed Al Makbali at all. Certainly not that I can remember. It's going to be a foul. Shmuradov, the man deemed guilty by the referee. Mr. Berg going down. And that final change for Shabab Al Ahli will now happen. Going to be Ian Barlow, I think, who's going to make his way off. As you know, it's Mr. Burr, in fact, who is going to be replaced. Another significant evening, this one we've mentioned already, for Abdunazarov. Now it's Tiago Scarpino, 20-year-old, who's arrived from Italy. He's played junior football with Sampdoria. And he's straight away in, and well, that would have been a dream start, wouldn't it? His first touch of the football, and he had the opportunity to score. Timed his run well, was clear, and then just overran the ball a little bit. And as a result, had to turn his body, open it up. With the ball just behind him, dragged his shot over the top. First time in the first team squad for Scarpino. He's played a couple of matches, 91 minutes in total for the under-23s. He serves as the reserves here in the United Arab Emirates. Under-18s and under-19s at Sampdoria. And junior level in Brazil for the Rio Branco club. We saw an illustration of his pace there. He's right-footed, likes to play on the wing, can play on the left-hand side as well. Watch out for this season. Čolović gets the throw, much to the consternation of Paulo Sousa, even with his side 3-1 up. Gives the fourth official short shrift for that decision, even though it was the referee's assistant a bit further on who made the call. Ozerov dispossessed, and in the end that's a goal. Into the last minute then of normal time. Not going to be an awful lot of time added on. Any major lengthy hold-ups, maybe 3 or 4 minutes perhaps. We did have that cooling break, of course. It's been a workmanlike performance by Shabab Al Ahli. Put in the hard yards in the first half with those 3 goals. And Nasaf, if truth be told, have been a little bit toothless. Well, there's a surprise at the bottom of your screen. Fourth official, a man called Chai Peshkri, has held up a board to indicate 7 minutes. There's a yellow card, goes the way of Alibek Devranov. To think where those 7 minutes have come from, if I'm being honest. Devranov just finding the pace of Scarpino a little bit too hot to hold there. Fresh pair of legs on the pitch, and the 20-year-old looking to make an impression. Tabia is going to take the free kick on the far side. He's going to take it with his left foot, and therefore swing it in. So again, we've seen already what a dangerous ball this can be. It's the catalyst for the second goal for Shabab Al Ahli this evening, a header from Renan de Silva. He'll take it. No, in fact, he's gone short. Retain possession at this stage. Tabia fancies a shot himself there. The ball's always going away from him. It's sliced off the outside of his left foot. High, wide and not too handsome. Gone behind for a corner for Nasaf. Corner's going to be taken by Dragan Čeran on this near side. He actually said, in fact he's left that now for Čolović, but Čeran said in the build-up to this match didn't think his side could afford another defeat. That's exactly what they're going to get, I'm afraid, tonight. Played 3, lost 3. It's a long way back. 5 matches to play. They're going to need at least, you would think, 8 or 9 points. Give themselves an opportunity of making it into the knockout stages. Čolović just about keeps that in play, but to no great effect. Tabia with the fluffed clearance. Čeran. Shmuradov. Čolović. Abdunazarov. Nice cross from him, but a little bit too close to the goalkeeper. Al-Makbali will gobble those up all day, every day. shown a willingness to get forward, has Diobek Abdunazarov. He needs to be back on defensive duty now. He's out of position. And that ball's just beyond Bala from Kartabia. Oh, it's in, yes! The icing on the cake for Shabab Al Ahli. Breno Cascado, he's been operating in a more forward position than we're used to seeing him. And it's produced a goal for him. Just getting there at the near post, ahead of the goalkeeper. And that's the fourth for Shabab Al Ahli. Chastening evening for the visitors, and Berdiev on the bench. It's a really good run, that, isn't it, from Cascado. Doesn't look as though there's any problem with the offside. Bala, who was the provider for the first goal, is now the provider for what could well be the last goal of the evening. Cascado only scored one goal last season. Was in the league against Al Aruba. They are just checking the goal just to make sure that all is okay. VAR, Sivakon Pudom. All the players are expecting the goal to be given. And indeed it is. So a fourth goal for Shabab Al Ahli. They were just checking the offside here. Was Kartabia onside? Yes, he was. Bala picked up the ball on that far side. His first cross was from the left this evening that produced goal number one, and his final one, what we assume will be his final one, from the right. So the problem that Nasaf have got is that in 3 matches this season in the AFC Champions League Elite, the league stages, they've already conceded 11 goals. It's way too many. Losing 4-2 away at Al Ahli, the defending champions, 3-2 at home to Al Hilal, and now 4-1 on the road against Shabab Al Ahli. Porous defence. It's no way to mount a campaign. Is there a chance for a 5th here for the home team? Bala, he fancies it, and he's just curled that one wide of the upright. 6 players up there for Shabab Al Ahli, Bala included. They wanted that 5th goal very much, and in the end they couldn't get it. There was the offside decision in the lead up to the goal given. We've had the minimum number of minutes to be played at the end of this encounter. Is there time for a consolation for the visitors? Picked up by Bozarov, laid back to Cheran. Gets the shot in, the save from Hamad Al-Makbali, and then blazed over the top, and that could well indeed be the last action this evening. Hasn't had a lot to do this evening, Hamad Al-Makbali. What he has done, he's done pretty well. Didn't have a chance with that goal for Nasaf, strike by Abdi Rakhmatov. We go. Referee happy to allow play to continue, even though we're almost 90 seconds beyond the minimum of 7 to be played at the end of this match. A bit of time to be allowed for the goal celebration, I'm sure. Satisfactory evening though for Shabab Al Ahli. 4 trophies last season. They're in the hunt for the AFC Champions League Elite for 2025-26. It's all over here at the Rashid Stadium, and victory for the home side, their 2nd success in 3 matches in this competition this season. a second win in a row as well, and their lack of goals this term has been answered by 4 tonight against Nasaf. Cartabia, Renan da Silva and Matiasau in the first half, and then Breno Cascado popping up with a late 4th for the hosts. Nasaf, well, they had an equaliser in the first half through Abdi Rakhmatov. It was a beautiful strike too with his right foot, but if truth be told, they offered very little in front of goal, and I think it's fair to say that Shabab Al Ahli worthy winners this evening. Nasaf then played 3, lost 3, and 11 goals conceded in the league stage so far. They'll need to shore up their defence, no question about that. Shabab Al Ahli, though, they're in a very good position indeed. 3 matches into the 8 to be played in the league stages in this West region of the AFC Champions League Elite. It's all over then at the Rashid Stadium here in the heart of Dubai, and it's been a terrific victory for the home team. It's finished Shabab Al Ahli 4, Nasaf of Uzbekistan 1.